All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose, the weekly special. Every time I hear that intro, I get pumped up. Every time I hear that intro. Shout out to my man Lambo for making that intro. Shout out to my brother Randy, Ed Han, for creating that countdown instrumental. Shout out to both of them. So we had the four amigos, but they got dropped down to the three amigos. All right, we got Carl with us. How you doing, Carl?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. We got my man Tyrone. How you doing, Ty?
Doing good like always.
So I'm over here, we over here in the 95 highway. I'm a WFT fan, and I'm sitting here with two Baltimore Ravens fans. And one thing we all three have in common, we all watching the game from the couch. All right, so which is sad to say. But look, we're gonna get this thing started off. And also, real quick before we get started, I want to thank everybody that's on right now and that's participating. That got on early. Use our comment section. All right, use our comment section. We can see every comment you guys put. We would love for you guys to participate. And if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Last but not least, share it to somebody they can get on also and be a part of this show. So we're going to kick it off and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. All right, the Dallas Cowboys. So before we get started, we're going to play this one snippet, this one video, and then we're going to kick off the first question. All right, so here we go.
I'm not going to sit here and go through the officiality. I think over the long haul, you hope it balances out. I thought they would let these teams play today, but that's for them to answer, and I'm sure they'll have their comments on how they felt the game was officiated.
Tough.
I think they were aiming at the referees.
Yeah. They were at the referees. Well, shit, credit to them then.
That's what
Yeah.
They weren't doing it.
Oh, credit to them. Yeah, I mean, if they weren't at us and the fans felt the same way as us, and that's what they were doing it for, then I guess that's why the refs took off and got out of there so fast. I think everybody's upset with the way that this thing played out, and as I said, as I'm sure a fan would be the same and feels the same way that we do.
All right, awesome. Look, yeah, saw that. So look, the first question obviously is going to be about these Cowboys, about these refs, blaming the refs. So the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, the leader of the football team, Dak Prescott, the leader of the football team, both came in a press conference and pointed out the refs on the main reason why they lost this game. So we're going to start with you, Ty. Just give me your reaction when you heard that.
That's my first time seeing that video, but they crazy. They delusional. Because one, the refs called holding on when they were sitting there tackling the defensive line. So of course they call that. Then when they at the end of the game, when Dak runs the ball like he's Lamar Jackson in the last 14 seconds, then he didn't hand the ball off to the ref when he stopped. That's on him. And then also they passed the ball like 43 times. So of course they're gonna lose the game. And then they only ran the ball like 20-something times, something like that. So they obviously gonna lose that game. I don't blame the refs on that. Blame them. Blame the offensive coordinator and Dak Prescott.
All right, Carl.
All right, so I pretty much agree with Ty. I don't blame the refs because if the refs really wanted the 49ers to win, then the refs could have just turned a blind eye to Trent Williams not being set on that 4th and 1 where they got the 4th and 1, which would have ended the game right there. They could have just let that be like, oh, we didn't see it. They run the clock out, the game's over. Plus, the Cowboys had 14 penalties, 7 pre-snap penalties. That's just undisciplined football. Like, you can't jump off sides, get called for it, and look at the ref like, what did I just do? You have to wait till the ball is snapped. You're trying to time the snap up, playing undisciplined football, giving away first downs. You can't. 2 times I've seen the Cowboys tackle an O-lineman trying to block to the second, get to the second level to block. You can't do that. That's holding. It's rare to be called on the defense on a run play, but if you're holding the O-lineman, not letting them go to the second level to go block, that's the call. You can't get mad at the refs. You got to do your job better.
That's facts. That's facts. And we all agree. I'm so upset down that way on because he's a Cowboy fan. That's the guy I really want to talk to in this segment. All right. But we're gonna keep it going. But yeah, I mean, self-explanatory, it ain't the refs' fault. Number one, let's look at these numbers. Number one, the Cowboys, they committed 127 penalties this year, which is more than anybody else in the NFL. Them and the Raiders are like neck and neck. And then they number 2 in yards. They actually had over 1,100 yards penalized against them. I mean, that's a good wide receiver. A wide receiver getting 1,100 yards is a legit wide receiver in the NFL. They actually had 1,100 yards with a penalty, which is second, only 1 yard behind the Raiders. Now, when I look at that game, I watched, I kept watching that game, look at each penalty. I didn't see not one call they made that was like, like, I don't know about that one. I think every call was deserving. And then they had 7 penalty out of 14. Half of their penalties were pre-snap. And pre-snap penalties is like blatant. I mean, it's not nothing you got to think about. And then when I look at it, if you go back and watch that game, the first play of the game, y'all remember what happened? The first play of the game, the Randy Gregory went outside. Like the first play. Okay.
Yep. That's Randy Gregory had 2 pre-snap, 1 regular penalty.
And that regular one he had was crucial. Like he had every penalty he had was crucial. The first one he had, it was the first penalty was set the tone for the game. Set the tone for that drive. They scored that drive. The second penalty he had, it was 3rd and 5. Like remember, the score was 10-0, and they were about to go 3 and out. It's 3rd and 5. You go offside, they get an automatic first down. They get downfield, get 13 points. And they get a field goal. And then your last one, he basically tackled the tackle, right? Tackled the tackle and then got a holding card. And he got up doing this. I'm like, bro, you know the daggone well that was a penalty. So I would shift the blame to Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, and Dak Prescott. Like you said, Ty. First of all, Mike McCarthy gets blamed because he is the coach. When your team is the most penalized team, they're not disciplined, and that's because of your coach. Your coach supposed to control that. And whenever you go in front of the media and blame the refs, you're not holding your teammates, your players accountable. Instead of saying we didn't play well, we didn't do this, they point out the refs. Now you can say we don't play well and then still point the refs. That's still bad. You shouldn't even talk about the refs. Period. I will blame Kellen Moore because. Kellen Moore, Donnell talked about it. Donnell mentioned that they're trying to sabotage. He's trying to sabotage the situation. I don't know. You're undefeated when you run the ball more than when you get more than 100 yards. You're undefeated. Stick to that. That's a blueprint for the Cowboys. When they don't have 100 yards rushing, they lose. When they get over 100 yards rushing, they win. So I don't get it. So I will blame Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott because he was just a bad quarterback. He was inaccurate. And Carl, I remember you said that you would take Dak over Josh Allen. I don't know how you feel about that right now.
Josh Allen got a top tier defense too. He did what he did, but let's not act like Michael Hyde catching that pick in the end zone didn't set the tone defensively for that game. That was an amazing pick by Michael Hyde.
It really did. I didn't blame Mac Jones at all for that. I thought he had a good drive, and I thought that was.
Brandon Bolden had a touchdown that he just dropped. This just went right through his arms.
I felt like his receivers then look out for him that game. That's how I looked at it. That first drive he was balling. It was like I think they had like 2 drops that drive too.
Yeah, Brandon Bolden. Who dropped the first one? It was a drop before him. I want to say I don't think it was Kendrick Bourne. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did.
That dropped for a first down too. I remember. Yeah, it was a good pass.
You see Mac Jones get a little athletic, 3rd and 10, get out that pocket.
Oh, yeah, he did. Like I think twice he ran for the first down, right? Twice.
I was like, who's this?
But Josh Allen, yeah, I'll definitely take Josh Allen over like whoever said that. Look, I'll take Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he could use his legs more, and you look at a situation, he has to play well for them to win. More than that.
Man. Look, I feel you, but I feel like it's the same thing with the Chargers and Herbert. Sometimes, like I feel like they force him to be the reason why they win. Because Devin Singletary is a pretty good back. They just don't use him. Zach Moss, another pretty good back. They just don't use him. You see, Singletary almost ran for 1,000. Not 1,000, 100 against the Patriots when they used him. So sometimes I think it's like Herbert where they try to make it like, oh, it's Josh Allen or bust. And then again, I don't like when people say that the Bills are Stephon Diggs and nobody else at receiver. Because Cole Beasley is a top 5 receiver.
Yeah,
Emmanuel Sanders. Dawson Knox. Y'all seen what Dawson Knox did? He's a pretty good tight end that nobody talks about. But I would also like to say that Dak over Josh Allen. I personally don't like Josh Allen just because the fact that he does what Lamar does and nobody criticizes him because, we ain't going to get into that. But nobody criticizes him for it. Every time Josh Allen get the ball, run power, run quarterback design runs, they're like, he's so big and he's so athletic. Lamar do it, it's, oh, man, you can't keep running him like this. He's going to get hurt. Josh Allen, inaccurate. Oh, man, that's just a miss. Lamar Jackson misses a pass. Oh, we keep talking about the inaccuracies of Lamar Jackson. Who won the MVP again? Who had 36 touchdowns and 6 picks? It's like y'all trying so hard to push this narrative that Lamar Jackson needs to change his position, but y'all got a complete duplicate in Buffalo, and y'all don't criticize him like y'all criticize my man. So it's not Josh Allen's fault for real. Why I don't like him. It's more so the media fault. It's just Lamar's my dog. So
yeah, right with your dog. I had a feeling, when you picked Georgia with Dak, it was a Lamar problem.
yep.
I had a feeling with that. You kind of thinking with your emotions. You know what I mean? When you think when emotions is high, logic is low. You know what I mean? So right now, when you talked about Josh Allen, you don't really be clear with your vision. You got a blurry vision. So I feel you. But me, I ain't got no dog in this fight. I'm gonna give you the straight, clear vision, and Dak ain't better than Josh Allen.
I got
I guess you could say I got a dog in
same
this
thing.
fight. Highway fan.
The same thing though.
Well, you got because y'all look. What think about this? Dak Prescott. Who has a better weapons, Dak or Josh Allen?
Better
Look,
weapons.
I would probably say Dak, but it's closer than what people think because CD will drop the balls.
Yeah,
CD
yeah,
drop balls like a mug.
He will.
Stephon Diggs, I got Diggs over Coop. Emmanuel Sanders I got Emmanuel Sanders over Gallup, but CD is so much better than Beasley in my opinion that kind of doesn't. It kind of takes away the Emmanuel Sanders and Gallup, but Dawson Knox to me is better than Dalton Schultz.
All right. So what about Singleton and
Singletary and Zeke?
Over Zeke and Pollard?
Nah, Zeke and Pollard got it over them too. But like I said, the Bills, they don't use them enough for me.
No, just like the Cowboys. The Cowboys keep trying to make Dak the superstar when they need to focus on Zeke and all. Whenever they put the ball in Dak's hands, think about this, Carl. When they put the ball in Dak's hands, they lose every time when they don't run the ball more. But when they put the ball in Josh Allen's hands, I mean, sometimes he has some bad games, but a lot of good things happen a lot of the times. And then I know you mentioned Lamar and Josh Allen comparison. Lamar Jackson is a way better rusher than Josh Allen, but Josh Allen, I believe, has a better arm than Lamar Jackson. He's more accurate.
I don't see the accuracy is where I get confused because Josh Allen before Diggs came over was throwing under 60% completion percentage. Diggs come over now, his completion percentage go way up. So Lamar Jackson,
he got Hollywood.
We got no weapons. We got Hollywood over there dropping the ball on fourth and whatever to beat. On freaking first or second down to beat the Steelers, and he just sold second down. Even though that was Lamar, it was Huntley. Second and goal, he has a slant, try to catch the ball with his body, drops a touchdown. So I mean, Lamar doesn't have the weapons that these other quarterbacks had, and we were 8-3 with him. We didn't make the playoffs because he got hurt.
I feel you. But the issue, I feel you in that. I was talking to somebody and I was saying the reason why y'all are one like Lamar doesn't have playoff success because y'all too one-dimensional. The Ravens are too one-dimensional, and then when they get to the playoffs, it's easy to defend that when you're one-dimensional because y'all really don't have a good team. Y'all look at y'all roster; it's not really good. Y'all was hurt this year and everything. And the fact that y'all had a chance to make the playoffs, I think was pretty good. The
fact we had a chance to be the number one seed in the AFC because of Lamar.
Right. But Lamar did break down before he got hurt.
What against the Steelers when the defense?
I'm talking about against Cleveland. Against who y'all played after Cleveland? The game after that, like he was playing bad. Like the last month before he got hurt, he was playing bad.
I want to say it was the month because I think before the Cleveland game was the Minnesota game. And he played really well that game. But the Cleveland game, you're right, he played bad. The Steelers game, the defense was up 2 touchdowns, blew that. Then Lamar walks us down the field. Mark Andrews drops a 2-point conversion. But another thing I wanted to talk about was the Cowboys this week about how they weren't running the ball, but they ran it like 20-something times and didn't have 100 yards. That run game wasn't there. I mean, I feel you got to keep going, but y'all down 17. It's third quarter. It's getting late. You do have to eventually start throwing the ball. Because the 49ers, look at the 49ers defense. You got Fred Warner, Drake Greenlaw. That front seven is really nice. Jimmy Ward to come up and run support. You got the 49ers run defense is really good. So sometimes I think the numbers are skewed because sometimes the Cowboys get down so much so early they have to throw to come back. And that's when they lose because they're down so much already. You got to kind of abandon the run game. So you'll throw it more than you run it. And you already down to begin with. So you just take the L. It sounds like for real that the Cowboys are front runners. They have to go up early so they can run and whittle the clock away. If they don't go up early, then they lose because they have to throw the ball more to come back, and they're not good at doing that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because the first drive they scored on, the Cowboys, they had 10 plays and ran the ball 7 times, and it was a smooth drive. And then outside of that 7 times, they ran the ball 10 more times the rest of the game because the Cowboys they don't stick to it. The 49ers, they weren't like they had chunks here and there. They weren't running all over the Cowboys the whole game. It was a lot of times when they were getting -2 yards, -1 yards. They would get 2 yards, 1 yard. But one thing about the 49ers, they stick to the run game, and then eventually it keeps that defense honest. And it opens up play action. You know, with the play action play, guess what? Now they on their toes for the run play. The Cowboys don't have the discipline to do that. They abandoned the run too early, I believe.
I can semi-agree with that, but it's easier for the 49ers to stick to the run when you're up 17 as opposed to the Cowboys when you're down 17.
But do you believe the 49ers were down, would they still run the ball? The 49ers.
Yeah.
That's their motto.
Maybe. Yeah, but that's them though. Like you said, that's their motto.
Yeah.
Like it's to the point where they put Debo in the backfield. Like that's them.
Yeah. And but you know, the Cowboys, you know, I'm so upset down there not here, but it's all good.
One more thing I wanted to talk about because you brought it up about the Ravens' playoff success.
Okay.
I know you've seen the video when we played Tennessee the first year in the playoffs and we had 8-9 drops in that game.
No, you're right. I got you on that. Yeah, like y'all had a lot of drops, but with the issue with y'all didn't lose that game really because I want the offense. It was because they had control of that full game because of Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was killing y'all that game, you know. And what Tennessee model is, just like you said with the Cowboys, they got to get an early lead, and then they can run Henry down your throat and burn that clock. That's what they did with y'all. But when they played the Chiefs, they didn't get no early lead, so they had to put the ball in Tannehill's hands, and that was a problem. Derrick Henry didn't even have 60 yards. I don't think. I think Mahomes had more yards than him that game. So I think that's why y'all lost that game. But at the same time, y'all did have 6 or 7 drives. I get all that. But
that changes the game. That allows you to come back, and it doesn't allow them to win the ball.
It's a lot of drops. Yeah. I need to get a
next year. You beat the Titans the next year in the playoffs. Controlled Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry ain't really do too much. Lamar controlled the game, took over, had that long run for a touchdown, I think, before half. So my man get it done in the playoffs. He just gets sold. Like the next week we play the Bills, Justin Tucker misses 2 field goals. Players drop the ball. Snaps go 20 yards over his head. Snaps go 20 yards down the field, rolling on the ground.
What about the Bills game?
Huh?
What about the Bills game?
That's what I'm talking about.
But
all that stuff I just said happened in that Bills game.
But Lamar, the only thing
he threw that pick 6 in the third quarter, which was bad. But
that was crucial. And it was in the red zone.
Leading up to that.
I get you on that. I get you on that. But y'all were in position to make it a game in the red zone. He threw a pick 6.
And hit this out though, right? The play before that, J.K. Dobbins misses a blocking assignment. He has Marquise wide open. He can't throw the ball because Dobbins missed the assignment and he has to throw it over his head. That's a touchdown. But a missed blocking assignment, boom, can't get it.
I got you on that. All right, cool. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Before we get to that, if you just got on, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share with somebody that you know that could join us in this live. Keep using that comment section. We appreciate y'all for using that comment section. And also we have, a contest going on. I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but a contest. It's called a Perfect Bracket Challenge. It starts this weekend. You have to fill it. You have to send in your picks before the game starts, obviously. So so first you send me the picks, who you got winning each round before the Saturday first game. And then whoever wins gets $300 basically. All right. And I'm considering if somebody doesn't get a perfect bracket, whoever gets the best bracket, I might just give out $100 for that, but I'm going to announce that. Or it depends on how the first round goes. All right. So, and that's that. And for you to be in this competition, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And you also have to have 2 others subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're trying to get our subscribers up. All right. So that's that. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.